Hello and welcome to this Android event tutorial brought to you by North Border Software. My name is Gary. What we're going to look at in this particular tutorial is how to scale text within a web view. I'm actually doing this tutorial based on request. I had to look at this particular topic. What that particular person wanted to do was have a setting which would be applied globally to every single activity which had a web view to be able to scale that text either greater or lower. So the way I've gone about doing this is to use shared preferences such that the user can set a value, and then each of those activities then reads that shared preference and applies it to the particular web view itself. So we're actually going to use the setTextZoom method. I've pictured this at an intermediate level, which means that I've done all the preparation work myself. We'll just review what I've done, but if you're not sure about any of that work, then it's all covered in my Getting Started series. I really just want to focus on the task in hand and keep the tutorial short as possible. So first of all, I've got an activity here, which is the settings activity. You can see the layout here, and it's just simply 3 radio buttons with each with the values 75%, 100% and 150%. And what we do in the Java associated with that, we just review this. Basically what we do is we need to store the set value in shared preferences. So just review what we're here. I need to just create an object of the radio group, and then I need to find the ID of the selected button, and then what I'll do, I get the text of the selected button, which is a percentage value, and then what we do in this particular piece of code here is just simply strip off the percentage sign itself, and then we convert the string into the integer, and then we open the shared preferences editor and we put that into a shared value, so zoom value from shared preferences, and we commit that and finish that. And we do that on the click of the save button, and that's really how we cover the shared preferences itself. So what I'll do, we'll just look at the main activity layout. You can't really tell much from this, but basically we've just got a web view here, and at the bottom we have just a little text view to indicate what the zoom value actually is. If we go to the Java now, which I've just preset in main activity, what I have is an action bar first of all. So the action bar here would just have a button for the activate the settings, and has another button to load up a new activity with a new website, and we're going to use the shared preferences on that one as well. So I've actually created the web view itself. We've covered this in a previous tutorial. So I set up an example URL on my website there, and I've set up a couple of objects here which we're going to use later on. So all we need to do, just review what we have on the WebView client. So if you call from that particular tutorial, basically this element here just ensures that the web view is used itself, and we don't go off to use the default browser on the phone itself. So that's just a method we have to put in, and all we have to do here is some basics around loading the actual web page itself, but it's this we actually want to work on. Okay, so now down to the task in hand. First thing I want to do is actually get the shared preferences. So I need to set up an object of those shared preferences which I used. So it'd be shared preferences, and I'm going to call this I'm going to call it get data. So I'm going to get the data which we've got from the shared preferences already. So the first thing I want to do normally straight after the set content view is actually get the settings, and I'll do this with a private method. I'll call it get settings, and what we'll do, we'll just create a private method there. So create a method. So let's just complete this method, and all we need to do is type get data, and it'll be get shared preferences it'll be my press is what we called it. We need to put this in inverted commas or quotation marks. and we're going to keep it private, so it'll be context mode private. Mode private. And the only other thing we need to do in that particular thing is just get the value itself. So I've set up an integer value here, which is we're going to use in the particular method to actually scale the text. So it would be I'm calling it zoom value. So it would be zoom value equals get data, and it'll be we need to get int, and it'll be the key is zoom value, and the default will be 100. Okay, so all this code is available on the website. If you need to review the preparation work I've done, by all means download the code. It's all freely available for you to use. Essentially, what we've done though is just got the actual stored zoom value from the shared preferences, and if there's nothing in shared preferences, the default value is 100. Okay, so all I need to do now is actually go about scaling the actual text. So this is quite easy to do. We have a class called web settings, and what we need to do is just create an object of that class. So it'd be web settings, and I'm going to call this just settings, and it'd be my WebView 1 dot get settings. Okay, so all we need to do is now set the scaling value. So if we go to settings, and it'd be I'm going to use the setTextZoom method. So it'd be setTextZoom, and we just enter an integer value, which in this case from the shared preferences is zoom value. Okay, and finally the other thing I want to do, if you notice on the layout we had a little text view which is indicating the current zoom value, so we'll actually just set the text within that itself. So it would be zoom value text, and it would be set text, and what we need to do is put it back to a string and then put the percentage sign back on, so it would be string dot value of, and it would be zoom value. And the last thing we want to do there is just append the percentage sign on. Okay, so if we run this app now, what you'll find is that it'll work once, and then when we've actually updated the settings, you'll find that it actually doesn't update. Because when we go into the settings activity, we're actually pausing the this main activity itself. So when we resume it, then we need to do the respective updates. So we need to use the onResume method to replicate what we're actually doing here. So normally down here I can just do a Control O, and we'll call up the onResume. You can try it without this method in, you'll see exactly what I mean. So in terms of the onResume, so what I need to do now, as soon as we go back to from a pause state to resume the app, I need to go and get the settings again. So I can just cut and paste, copy and paste some of the text into this. So first of all, we're going to get the settings, and then all I need to do really is just copy these elements here. So I want to go through this process again of getting the web settings, the zoom value and setting the text value. So those three lines there just need to be copied in. Okay, so this is really all there is to it. Let's have a quick look at the second Java. So the layout for the second web page is pretty much the same. It's just got a text view with a single web view in it. The Java here is pretty much based on what we have for the main activities. So I've got a different web page I'm going to load here from a website. Again, I just want to get the shared preferences, and then I'm just setting up the values for the web view as I would normally do, and then go through the process of setting the zoom value itself from the setTextZoom method. And again, you might want to on the fly alter the settings as well in this activity, so I've got an option for an on resume here. The action bar menu is slightly different in that I'll set up a new page here. I probably actually don't want that particular value in there, so I'll just take that out, because there's only going to be one option in the menu anyway, because I've set it to a different menu item anyway. So let's just give that a run and just see how we're getting on with that. Okay, the app is running now. You can see it's actually loaded the web page up, and the initial value is set to 100%. So to access the settings, we just need to go to the action bar and click settings, and you can see the activity is now loaded. So I can scale out and just save that, and now it scales down to 75%, and this is when the on resume method actually kicks in, and that rescales the text there itself. So let's just put it up to 150%. You can see that's a lot bigger now, 150%. Okay, and back down to 100. So let's just set that to 150. Okay, and let's just go and activate the new web page, which is here in the action bar itself. You can see this is scaled at 150. When we go to the action bar now, we've just got access to the settings, and we can scale that particular web page itself as we need it. Okay, so that's it for this particular tutorial. I'll just recap. What we've done is just used shared preferences, which are accessed from a settings activity to control the zoom value of any particular web view which is used in the application. Simply a case of reading the shared preferences and using the setTextZoom method to make those changes. If you're not sure about any preparation work that I've done, by all means go to the website and download all the code. I've got tutorials on how to use shared preferences and how to use WebView clients, so you can just draw on those as well. I hope you found this one useful. Bye for now.